What's up guys, Seven here, back again with another episode of Let's Play Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped. And in the last episode, we started our adventure in Crash 3 Warped for the Insane Trilogy. And today's episode, we're going to continue on getting some more crystals and gems. And this is going to be one of the newer levels we have to introduce, it being on a jet ski with Coco. So out of the 3 Insane Trilogy games, like I said before, I think in the first 2, I never really grew up playing these other games, but I've always heard about them, and for the most part, I would say Crash 3 is the game that I have the least amount of experience in, just because I have seen a lot of the first game, and then when I played it myself, that wasn't the first time I played it. I had played it on the original PlayStation before, but it wasn't my own. It was one that I saw I want to say it was a dentist's office, because sometimes those old-timey dentists, back when I was a lot younger, would have game systems in there. You could play N64s, GameCubes if you were lucky, and basic other stuff. And I know one of them had Crash that you could play, and I remember playing the first one. And my only experience playing this game was it was back when I was in Virginia at my friend Garrett's house. I watched him play this at least. And at the time, I didn't really fully get it. And plus, he was a lot farther along than what I was, so I had no idea which game he was even playing until I guess he wanted to get my expertise on how to play, even though I literally never played it before, because he was having some trouble getting one of the colored gems that you get in, it's not Future Frenzy. I forget the name. Was it Tomb Waiters? I think it was Tomb Waiters. But yeah, there's a portion where it's you have to get to a certain point without dying, and he's been trying to do it for a good while, and then he asked me to help him, and I've never played that level before until that first time with me playing with him. And then as he's watching me, he's just astonished that I get on my first try. I'm what the fuck did you do? It's I don't know, I just played the game and I didn't die. That's all I did differently, until right now, until I died right now. And that was a much later on stage in the game, so it was a lot harder compared to what we're going through now. But it is a bit frustrating with these levels, because this particular variety tends to take me a little bit more time, just because I have to kind of slow down a bit and kind of go back to angle myself properly on the ramps so I can actually get these crates and avoid getting hit by all these obstacles, because it's really no way to defend myself properly. If I just touch it, I'm dead. I can't really attack in the water. The only way I really can is by going off of a ramp or just taking a hit, and that's not a good way to avoid getting hit by anything. So you really do have to slow down on these particular levels and not go too fast, otherwise you're gonna miss everything and kill yourself a bunch of times like I did. Unless you're doing one of the time trials, then at that point it's you just go as fast as you can. Whatever you don't get, don't worry about it, just keep on focusing on moving forward and not dying. And oh my god, I swore that thing was going to hit me, and I just panicked and stopped, and thankfully I did the right thing and stopped a frame or two before it was going to move forward. Until there. So I'm glad I got that checkpoint crate right there. That way we don't have to come back too far off. But I think it was after this jump I remembered I need to turn around to get that other crate back there, just because I did not hit the checkpoint before, or I didn't hit that checkpoint after I grabbed that crate, so that crate's still uncollected. So we've got that, and now we can move forward. And I keep on forgetting this, just because it's always been so long in between some videos, but please let me know how your day is going down in the comment section below, and let me know what you think of the Crash Bandicoot series so far. And also, I mentioned this back in part 1, The next Crash game I do will be the PS2 one, and I finally now remember the name of that game. It's Crash Bandicoot Wrath of Cortex. That will be the next Crash game we do whenever, we tackle another Crash game on this channel after this one's done, because I'll be taking a little Crash break because I'm all crashed out. Because we've gone through a lot. Thankfully, not all this year. Although the first two were done in rapid succession because they're not nearly as long as this game is in terms of how much you have to do to complete them to get the canonical endings for them. But thankfully, that didn't take too long. So not only did we get the crystal, we also got the clear gem for it as well. And since that was the 5th stage we completed, we are now forced to fight against the boss of Section 1, and once we do that, we'll be able to move on to the next set of levels. And of course, just like in the first game, the only one able to take on bosses is Crash. However, there is one boss in here that's specific to Coco that she'll get to deal with.
Crash! Coco! Stole the pretty crystals! Tiny, take them back in Gladiator Arena!
Alright, so first boss of this game is Tiny Tiger. There is a special thing you can do to kind of like cheese this fight, but I don't do that just because I wanted to do it like authentically. But when we get to a certain portion of this fight where a bunch of lions are coming out of their cages, if you get to the top left or top right corner, you can completely avoid them and they will not get you at all. However, the game recognizes this as you cheesing the fight, and then all the people in the stands will start throwing cheese at you to, like, signify, oh, you're cheesing this, you're not playing it fairly. And even if, like, you can see them clearly going through those parts in the corner, they still won't touch you at all. Although I wish I could say I did this correctly on my first try. It did take me like a few lives to get this one down. I don't remember how many. I want to say it was like I died 3 or 4 times before I finally got it. But I do have the little notes and everything. Yeah, see, so he was still able to jump on me even after that. So he did like a big lead at me even after like I started to like dash away, and it was enough for him to just completely catch me apparently. So yeah, during this section, if you're in the top left or right, you'll be completely fine, even if they're going through those areas. They will not attack you. Even though you can still clearly slide into them like I've been doing, yet the one time I did it, I got killed. So it's very iffy on when it wants to do it. I want to say there's a specific like timing that goes into it of when you should dash and when you can't. And I guess the few times I did it, I was just I was doing the right timing on it. Couldn't tell you what it was though, it saved my life, but I did it at some points, you saw it. Alright, now that we got through that wave one last time, we just have to wait for him to do this huge lunge at us and do those slash attack. In this game, after you beat a boss, you'll get a new power up, which will let you increase your mobility for Crash and Coco. For this one, we unlock the, I want to say it's the double jump. Kind of clicked on it so fast I couldn't tell what it was.
Well done, children. By defeating Tiny, you have unlocked the gate to the next time travel area. Go back to the center of this time twister and save your progress if you wish. From there, you will see that the gate to the second time travel area is now open.
Yep. So now that we beat the boss, we are now able to do the other 5 levels again, and we can challenge the boss 2 again if we want to. However, fighting the bosses multiple times doesn't do anything. The only things we have left to do for these worlds is to collect the time relics. Just double check and make sure. Okay, this one we have to come back to get one of the clear gems, which requires that one, the red gem. So yeah, all the other ones just relics, and then come back when we have the red gem. So yep, at this point if you have autosave on, you're fine, but if you want to do a manual save, just press the L2 button and then just save it to whatever file you have saved on here. And we'll go ahead and start taking on this next set of levels we got in the time twist area. And we'll let Coco take over now. So we'll start with Whiz.
Why must you continue to be a thorn in our side?
Who? What? Where was I? Oh, Tiny was a good fellow. He hated everyone and everything, but a good heart nonetheless. Please be more reasonable with my minions next time.
Thankfully, these levels do have little hints for you when you're going into them, so if they require, like, special gems or, you know, you requiring to get to a certain part without taking hits, it will kind of tell you right there and then. It's very, I don't want to say hand-holdy, but it gives you a better indication of what you need to do. There's only like a few instances in the game where they just won't specifically tell you outright what you need to do to get them. And at that point, it's just a matter of you just have to figure it out for yourself once you get to a certain area. So as always, we cannot touch nitro crates unless you want to get hit, or if you have 3 masks and you're invincible, then you can destroy them. But there will always be a switch at the end of the level where you can detonate all at once. So if you see a nitro crate, just avoid it for right now. You'll be able to do something about it later. Or when we get another upgrade towards the end of the game, we'll be able to destroy them using that. But more or less, your best bet is going to be waiting to use the detonator switch at the end of the level. And I need to collect some lives because we are really low. And of course, the only way we can destroy these metal crates is by getting on top and using a kind of ground pound type of move to destroy them. It's the only way to destroy those. Not even nitro crates or TNT crates can destroy those. It has to be a ground pound. And just like how it was back in the first area, these medieval type levels tend to be like the easiest ones. Their enemies are kind of annoying though, but the most annoying one has to be like the dual-headed amalgamation type of Cyclops that they got, but we won't be seeing that one until I want to say the 3rd time twister area. The frogs are kind of annoying too. I honestly should have did a compilation of all the various death animations they have in this game because it is pretty interesting of how many they have, but I did not have patience to record each and every one and watch myself get crashed and Coco mutilated like that a bunch of times just to show it off, and I'm surprised it did not get hit there. Got a checkpoint. Gotta do our best to make sure we grab all these boxes because I'm pretty sure there is not a special requirement that we need for this particular one. Make sure we got this bonus stage, since those are included in our count. And I love stages like these where it kind of tests your brain a little bit, because normally you would just go all for like breaking the box right away, not even like having a second thought about it. Just try to break them as fastly as you can. But some of them require some forethought and making sure you don't break the wrong ones or set off the wrong switches before you need to. So we can go ahead and destroy these ones. There we go. And before we hit this switch, we want to go ahead and jump on this crate, because once we hit this switch, it kind of blocks off the way down there. So that'll be a good way to kind of like screw yourself over getting the last crate. And since these don't cost you any lives, you can easily just kill yourself in case you miss your timing and miss that crate down there. There's no penalty for it. Now I got 85 going into this, so the last 15 should be within the final stretch we got to make to the end of the game. End of the level, sorry, Christ. I don't know why I said the end of the game, we literally just started. It's going to take a little bit more time to finish the tab. A little bit more time. So there goes the crystal. I want to say there might be an achievement for ignoring, like going through a whole level and ignoring the crystal, like there was in Crash Bandicoot 2. Not 100% sure though. Gonna break all those, grab our clear gem, and let's head back to the hub world. Add these to our collection. And let's see what 7 is. Hang 'em high. So discover and finish the secret route for a special gem. So for this one, in order to get the yellow gem, we're going to have to wait. It's going to be a little longer for us to actually get the to get the, actually no. I don't think the clear gem's included. You should be able to get the clear gem without that special route, but the route for the color gem is locked behind one of the stages I told you back in the first episode that we won't be able to get to until we beat the final boss for this game and get the 6th set of levels unlocked. And an easier way to attack those monkeys with the piles of vases that they're holding is just to do a slide. You'll kill them instantly. While if you do what I've been doing throughout this entire game, I like to spin into them, and it kind of knocks the barrel under them, but they can still kind of push you out the way, and that can screw you up when it comes to platforming. So if you just do the sliding move into them, you'll kill them instantly. So just do that instead of just jumping and spinning, because it will save you time in the long run. So yes, we should be able to get a clear gem by doing all this. However, you don't want to take your time with destroying that spinning crate right there, because it will eventually lock, and it'll be, you know, inaccessible for you to break. So that's kind of a failure on my part, because I took too long to destroy it. So now when we get to the end of this level, we won't be able to get the clear gem because I took too long to break that one. But I will be showing you on screen me coming back and doing this whole level again, of me breaking it, then going to go get the clear gem, just so you guys know I did it. I came back and got it, but literally it's just that one. So if you ever see them like rotating like that, try to break them as fast as you can. Obviously wait to try to get the best result that you can, but don't take so long that you miss out on it entirely. And did we not unlock the double jump for the... You know what? No, I don't think the double jump was the first special move we get from beating bosses. I think it was probably the second one. I think the move that we did unlock was the slam move that we did in order to break those metal crates. As for that box that was on top of this steel bridge over here, you want to wait till it's a TNT crate to actually detonate it so it can destroy the switch underneath it, so we can unlock the other blocks right over there. Thankfully, I had a hit that I could tank, and I accidentally spinned into it when it was a TNT block, so we made it to that one, but I'm going to have to do this level anyway just because I missed out of the crate. So, not too upset about it. Go ahead and break the remaining ones. And then, like I said before, always slide into these guys. Don't do what I'm doing and just constantly spinning, because it's not the most reliable way to destroy them. Get this checkpoint. And honestly, I could just leave that crate alone because the nitro will take care of it. But if you check in the background, you will be able to see the yellow gem back there. Yep, right there. So when we go ahead and finally unlock the secret path to get to that yellow gem, that's going to be the way that we're going to be going. So all these crates and hit the detonator switch and this other one to unlock the remaining. Grab these fruit just because I need to build up my lives. And yep, 95 out of 96 because we missed that other one. So yeah, be fast and be efficient. Name of the game. If you see something spinning, just completely destroy it right there and then. So that's mostly going to be it for today's video. I'm just going to go back, get that last crate that we missed. Boom, get it. And go and collect our clear gem that we should grab the first time. So yes, that is going to be it for today's video, guys. Thank you for watching this episode of Let's Play Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped. And in the next episode, we'll do Hog Wild with Crash and work on getting even more gems and clear crystals. So let me know your day's going down in the comments below. Give it a like, leave a comment, all those good things and I want to say at the end of these videos. And I will see you guys in the next time. Until then, take care, everyone.
Crash Bandicoot!
What?